Hey folks, Carl here from StoreHero. Delighted to announce our latest feature, goals. So ultimately one thing we've seen talking to brands and agencies over the last 18 months, as oftentimes reporting and analytics tools can be good at, telling me what happened last week, last month. But ultimately what really matters is where I'm going, looking to the future, and that's really what goals allows us to do. So by inputting any of your key sales and profitability priorities for the year, what StoreHero will do is break that into month-on-month targets, actionable targets that you can then see with a clear traffic light system. Where are we on track or off track as we pace or proceed through the month? So just to show you a quick view of what that looks like, looking at our demo account here, I now have an enriched view where I can not only see again versus that previous period and previous year, exactly which cases am I on track or off track. I can see it in my kind of top line priorities here and use my spend advisor to ultimately indicate to me, should I be spending more or less in particular areas? And then from there, throughout the platform, any of the relevant metrics that I've set goals against, which you can do for any single metric on the platform, is now enriched with that kind of traffic light system, giving me a clear view of what are the reds that I need to pay extra attention to, and maybe what are the greens that are overperforming that I can maybe continue to double down. You can see this across each of your saved groups and components on your dashboard in either the grid view or alternatively in our new table view, which just makes this so easy to see. Logging in first time on a Monday morning, can very quickly and see the actions that you need to take. And what are the reds? What do I need to take action on? And again, what are the greens that are maybe give me an opportunity to double down? So just to give you a quick view on how this works. So ultimately, in terms of setting goals, what we've done, instead of giving you the kind of burden of having to try to calculate goals for each individual single metric on the platform, we've built an AI goals wizard that allows you to actually set these in a really, really easy format and fashion. So just to show you what this looks like here, let's say, for example, I want to set my goals for the year 2025 starting in January. I can set my target net sales goal, and it'll automatically pull in your cost of goods. You can also set operating expenses and net profit. We'll give you a sample value for those. And it'll automatically pre-fill your new customer percentage. And these all are very important metrics because what they allow us to do is actually work backwards in a profit first format to figure out, okay, if I want to achieve that 1.4 million in net sales goal, I need to, based on my cost of goods margins, I need to set aside a certain amount, as you can see in the pie chart here, to cover those variable costs. I need to set aside a certain amount to cover my operating expenses as a business, and also a certain amount to cover my net profit. And from there, it'll actually help me calculate an estimated and suggested marketing spend and the suggested return as well. So you can see here, based on these variables, you can afford to spend up to 431k on marketing, and the caveat, as long as you maintain an average return of 3.36. So often what's really helpful here is to understand, okay, based on how strong your margins are, the level of discounting you're doing, whatever other variables in your business, that's going to give you more or less available to spend on marketing. Equally, depending on how aggressive you want to be with your profit goals, setting a lesser profit expectation frees up more in the pie chart to be able to spend towards marketing there as well. And ultimately what we'll also do here is tell you and do a calculation based on last year as to whether we think this is a reasonable goal or not. If you traditionally got a 2x return on your marketing and you're building a plan that requires a 4x, then ultimately that's going to be a big lift. And you need to, not that it can't happen, of course, but you need to understand the assumptions that you're making and the level of improvements in the process and the machine that it will require. Now, what's the next part is really exciting. Once you click that next button, it'll automatically build you out targets across the next 12 months or the kind of succeeding 12 months, which is really helpful because you're taking that overarching goal and looking at the seasonality of your business, assigning responsibility for that goal throughout each month of the year. Whether it's things like your contribution margin, your net sales, your new versus repeat customer sales, your average order value, number of orders, new and repeat customers, your new customer acquisition cost. It's breaking down that overarching priority into specific actionable targets that you need to hit on a month-on-month basis to allow the overarching result to take care of itself. You can easily adjust these and say, okay, for example, maybe I'm not going to do my sale in February, I'm going to do that in March. So therefore I can kind of reassign responsibility for my goal. And in this particular case, I can actually reassign that very easily. From here, I can see again things like any of my custom metrics. You can add those in, or alternatively add new metrics. So very easily seeing this in this list here. And what are the other metrics I want to turn on and activate that I might not have done already? And then from there, you can also, if you'd like, and you want to do a much more custom forecast, we do have a really easy way to upload that custom forecast. You can export, adjust, upload it back in, and just simply map it together so you have clear targets across any metrics that you care about. So by clicking finish, that's really where this all comes into fruition. And now your metrics are rolled out across the platform for you to get a clear, easy access by way of the dashboard, by way of your daily email or weekly email reports, to know specifically what actions you need to take in order to, again, hit those overarching priorities. Not only achieving revenue at all costs, but also the profit metrics that you care about. From there, hope that makes sense, and hope you're excited as we are. I know it's eagerly awaited and something that we know a lot of e-commerce brands and agencies are really going to value and have valued over the last couple of weeks and months. So yeah, if you want to try it out and you're an existing StoreHero customer, just let your customer success manager know, or get in touch with us directly in the live chat in the bottom hand corner of the dashboard. Or alternatively, if you're a new potential user, want to get started and actually get a target or goal-oriented approach into your strategy, let us know. We'll be happy to give you a full demo. Thanks a lot.